Feast of the Holy Family. I would like to start with a story of a young man who grew up in a small village. He was very bright, he was very ambitious. All the time he thought about, he was so eager to leave home and to go to the city to get some job and prosper in life. And after finishing his studies, he left to the city, he got a job, and he was thriving, he was successful. At the same time, he used to be busy, involved in many things, and he started forgetting his home. He stopped visiting his home. It is less and less because he felt that there was nothing there. He used to say to himself all the time, the same old house, same old conversations, same old people. But one day he received a message from home that his father is seriously sick. Then he reluctantly, unwillingly took a leave and went back to his village. When he reached home, he found something strange and different. It made him happy. He saw that the house, even though it is simple, he felt very warm. His mother, she smiled with great relief, and she was happy seeing her son walking in. His father, very weak, he hardly speak or barely able to speak. At the same time, he was happy, quietly stretching his hands to hold his son. And that night, when the power went off, in all the villages, most of the times, very often, the power goes off. When the power went off, the parents, his parents, lit a small lamp. And they are three together, sitting down in silence. At that quiet moment, he realized something that he had forgotten. You know what? Everything he had become, everything he valued in life, everything good in his life, it started in that home before all these parents and, before he ever achieved anything in life. That really opened his eyes. His success, his success gave him comfort, there is no doubt. But at the same time, his family gave him identity. His career built his future, there is no doubt. At the same time, his family built his heart. So he was a changed man from then. When he went back home to the city, he was a totally changed man. He realized something very good about the family. He knows now family may not be perfect. Family may not be exciting, family may not be modern, but at the same time it is the place where we learn to love for the first time. Where we belong without needing to prove ourselves. Where someone awaits you even when the whole world moves forward. So my dear friends, this has some connection with today's feast. Just like the story, just like the young man in the story rediscovered his home. Today, Holy Family reminds us that God chose a family to enter into this world. God chose a family. He did not come through power. He did not come through his brilliance. He chose a family. He came through the love, the sacrifice, the fear of both Mary and Joseph in the family. If God himself trusted a family to hold him, if God himself trusted a family to guide him, to protect him, then family is not just a part of life. I would say family is the sacred ground in a Christian's life. Look at the gospel today, where the Holy Family, Joseph, Mary, and Jesus, they are fleeing to Egypt in the middle of the night. That is to say, their life is not marked by fortunes in life. It is always marked by sudden dangers, uncertainties, homelessness, which means God chose to enter the family life not in comfort, but most of the times in vulnerabilities. So what is the message for us today? The message is, Holy Family teaches us something about being holy or holiness. What does it mean by holiness? The holiness for Holy Family is not the absence of problems. Rather, it is staying faithful to God and to each other, even when the road is dark for us, even when we have a lot of issues in life. Look at Joseph. Joseph listens to God's guidance. Look at Mary. Mary carries the child in courage. Look at Jesus. Jesus shares the conditions of every refugee family forced to run for safety. So I conclude, my dear brothers and sisters, Holy Family shows us that God dwells in ordinary homes. God dwells in ordinary homes and reminds us that families are shaped not by perfection. Families are shaped by fidelity. Families are shaped by showing up for each other, by sharing for each other, by forgiving each other, and by listening to the quiet words of the Lord which guides us forward. So, my dear friends, may the Holy Family bless you, and every family person here find strength in God's presence, find healing where there is hurt feelings, and find courage where there is fear. God bless you all. Happy feast.